If you're building a survival food supply, you've probably wondered about MREs. Military meals ready to eat. They're everywhere. Preppers love them. But here's what nobody tells you. MREs are not the best choice for long-term food storage. I'm going to show you why. And I'm going to compare them to freeze-dried food so you can make the right decision for your family. Let's start with the basics. MREs are meals designed for soldiers in the field. They're made to be portable, shelf-stable, and calorie-dense. Each MRE has about 1,250 calories. That's a full meal in a pouch. The military uses them because they work. They're compact. They don't require refrigeration. They last a long time. But here's the thing, they're designed for soldiers on a mission, not for families building a long-term food supply. MREs come in different varieties. Beef stew, chicken teriyaki, pasta with meat sauce. There are about 20 different options. But here's the problem, they all taste similar. After eating 3 or 4 MREs, you start to notice the same flavors, the same textures. They get boring fast. And they're expensive. A single MRE costs about $8 to $12. That's $12 to $15 per person for a single meal. For a family of 4, that's $50 to $60 per day. Over a year, that's $18,000 to $20,000. That's insane. Now let's talk about freeze-dried food. Freeze-dried meals are made by removing water from fresh food. You start with real ingredients, chicken, vegetables, rice, pasta, and you remove 98% of the water. What's left is lightweight, shelf-stable, and incredibly nutritious. Companies like Mountain House and ReadyWise make freeze-dried meals. They come in pouches. You add hot water. You wait 5 minutes. You have a meal. The variety is incredible. Beef stroganoff, chicken and dumplings, chili, pad thai, breakfast scrambles, desserts. There are hundreds of options. And here's the key difference. Freeze-dried meals taste like real food. Because they are real food, they're just dehydrated. When you add water back, the food rehydrates. It tastes like something you'd actually want to eat. The cost is lower than MREs. A freeze-dried meal costs about $3 to $5. That's $4 to $6 per person per meal. For a family of 4, that's $16 to $24 per day. Over a year, that's $6,000 to $9,000. Still expensive, but significantly cheaper than MREs. Let's talk about shelf life. This is where it gets interesting. MREs last about 5 to 10 years if stored properly. Some sources say they can last longer, but the quality degrades. The taste gets worse. The texture changes. After 10 years, an MRE is still safe to eat, but it's not pleasant. Freeze-dried meals last 25 to 30 years. Some manufacturers claim even longer. The reason is simple, freeze-dried food has almost no water. Without water, bacteria can't grow. Mold can't develop. The food stays stable for decades. This is a huge advantage. If you're building a long-term food supply, you want food that lasts. Freeze-dried wins this comparison easily. Now let's do a real taste test. I'm going to prepare an MRE and a freeze-dried meal side by side. Same price point, same calorie count, same shelf life category. This is a beef stew MRE. I'm adding hot water. I'm waiting the recommended time. Here's what it looks like. This is a beef stroganoff freeze-dried meal. I'm adding hot water. I'm waiting 5 minutes. Here's what it looks like. The MRE tastes like, well, it tastes like an MRE. It's edible. It has flavor, but it tastes processed. The beef is soft, almost mushy. The sauce is thick and salty. It's not bad, but it's not something I'd choose to eat if I had other options. The freeze-dried meal tastes like stroganoff. The beef has texture. The noodles are firm. The sauce is creamy. This tastes like real food. If I didn't know it was freeze-dried, I might not notice the difference. Let's talk about practical considerations. There's more to this decision than just taste. MREs are bulky. Each MRE is about 4 by 6 inches. A year's supply for a family of 4 requires a lot of space. Freeze-dried meals are more compact. They stack efficiently. You can store more in less space. MREs require hot water. So does freeze-dried food. Both need access to water and a way to heat it. No advantage here. Freeze-dried offers more variety. You can buy individual meals or buckets. You can mix and match. MREs come in cases. You get what you get. This is important. An MRE costs about $8 to $12 for 1,250 calories. That's about 0.6 to 1 cent per calorie. A freeze-dried meal costs about $3 to $5 for 600 to 800 calories. That's about 0.4 to 0.8 cents per calorie. Freeze-dried is cheaper or comparable depending on the brand. Freeze-dried wins. 25 to 30 years versus 5 to 10 years. This matters in a survival situation. Good food keeps people happy. Freeze-dried tastes better. Better food means better morale. Now, I'm not saying never buy MREs. There are situations where MREs make sense. If you're building a bug-out bag, MREs are better. They're more portable. They're more durable. They don't require as much water to prepare. If you're hiking or camping, MREs are practical. If you want variety in your food storage, adding a few MREs is fine. They're different enough from freeze-dried that they add options. If you find MREs on sale, buy them. They're still useful. They still have calories. They still last a long time. But for your primary long-term food storage, for the bulk of your supply, freeze-dried is the better choice. Here's what I recommend. Build your base with freeze-dried meals. Buy buckets from Mountain House or ReadyWise. Get variety. Get enough for your family for at least 6 months. Then add MREs for specific situations. Keep some in your bug-out bag. Keep some in your vehicle. Keep some as backup. This gives you the best of both worlds. You have food that tastes good and lasts a long time. You have backup options for emergencies. You have variety. And here's the key: practice eating this food now. Don't wait for an emergency. Eat your freeze-dried meals. Eat your MREs. Learn how to prepare them. Learn what you like and what you don't. In a real survival situation, you want to know what you're eating. You want to be comfortable with your food supply. You want to have confidence that you can feed your family. That confidence comes from preparation. That confidence comes from practice. Building a survival food supply is about making smart choices. MREs have their place. But for long-term storage, freeze-dried meals are the better option. They taste better. They last longer. They're more affordable. They offer more variety.